about curation and what that means. I've been listening a lot to the new Apple Music service with their hand-picked, hand-curated playlists, and been really impressed by Beats One, and particularly some of the DJs. Zane Lowe I'd never heard of before. I know my brother had talked about him a bit, but his enthusiasm for the music, even in its genres that I normally am not interested in at all, really is infectious. And it got me thinking about your job in your niche. And when you think about it, there are only 3 reasons to start a business. You have a passion for it, you've got a great idea for it, or you've got a new technology that you can apply to it. And to me, you have to have a passion regardless. You can't possibly hope to compete in a niche where there are people who are passionate about it and people who are ambivalent. You could get away with that. Literally 10 years ago, no problem. You could get away with not being that passionate about a niche. You can't anymore. So what's that mean? A lot of people say, well, Ed, I'm really passionate about a niche, but I'm such a beginner. I'm just not, I don't know anybody, I'm a fan and I really love it, but that's it. Where do I start? And I've got to say, you've got the most important thing right now, and that is taste. Ira Glass does this amazing thing. You should look it up on the concept of taste. And it's pretty much this, that before you do anything, when you've got a passion about a niche, one thing you can tell me about that niche straight away is something good or something bad? Do you like it or not like it? You may not be able to articulate with nuance about how much you like it and what it is about it that you like it. That comes with experience, and that comes with as you build up your experience and build up your taste. But early on, straight away, you can understand what you like, what you find interesting, and what you don't find interesting. And that, to me, is the secret. Because right away, you can start adding value into your niche straight away. And the way you do that is by finding and curating things that you like. Now, that could take a million different forms. Obviously, one of the best things that Madcasters do, and they've done this incredibly successfully, is, think about everybody. The biggest problem that we have, anybody in any niche, full stop, is that there are so many awesome things happening in that niche that they're passionate about that they just can't possibly hope to be across. I don't care whether it's piano store restoration, whether it's underwater kickboxing, whether it is Reiki. Oh, I think that's how you pronounce it. It doesn't matter. There is so much cool stuff that somebody who's fascinated by that just can't possibly get to it all. And guess what? Some of it will be good information, some of it will be bad information, and that's the thing. But here's the deal. As a person who's passionate about a niche, you already have taste. You know whether that's a good piece of content, whether it moved you, whether it made you excited, whether it made you emotional, or it's a bad thing where it didn't excite any emotions at all. That is what you can bring to your niche immediately, right? And you can start doing that in multiple ways. You can start a Twitter account and you can just start tweeting things that you like and you're passionate about. You could start a YouTube channels, just like the kids are these days, and me. You could do a podcast about it. You could do a blog about it. You could create a Madcast about it. But Facebook page, any of these things, just to exercise that curation/taste muscle. Because here's the thing. As you do it, and you do it with consistency, which is the number one thing that you need for any sort of market influence or leadership, you'll get better at it and you'll start to understand nuances. I remember when I got into guitar, and I had more money than sense, and I would just start buying guitars left, right, and centre. I'm embarrassed to say how many guitars I had there at one point. But now I have one beautiful Stratocaster, which I love. I've got one beautiful acoustic guitar, which I love because I've got taste. I've been able to edit and I know what is good and what is bad, what is good value and what is not good value. All those things, they come with experience, and you'll build that over time as you exercise that muscle. So that's what the lesson today is, that you can start right away during curation. Just by showing people, and you do people an incredible service by showing people stuff that is really good, and you do that on a consistent basis or even a semi-consistent basis. What you have to be consistent about, tram siding for all of those you are watching from other areas, which is awesome. And, you know, that is a great option for you. So, you know, these are all different things that you can do. These are all wonderful opportunities that you have, but you have to start. And it could be as simple as opening a Twitter account and just tweeting those things that you love. And start curating, because you've got taste, and that's the place to start. All right, we'll speak soon.